Okay, hello. The other video that I tried to post on YouTube did not go. It said it was too long. So I'm just going to tell you the brief timeline of the book I read. It's called No Truth Without Ruth. It's about the life of a now Supreme Court judge named Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And it was written by Kathleen Carroll. It's illustrated by Nancy Zigahan. It's about a woman who did not like the fact that in 1933 that men and women weren't equal. They were not created equal, basically. Women had to sit in the house and take care of the kids while the men went out and basically worked. So in 1933, there was a woman born named Ruth Bader, and her mother, Cecilia, taught her to always believe in herself and to never, ever feel like because she's not a man or because she's not a son that she's not as important because she was and she still is. Well, at the age of, I want to say 15, Ruth lost her mother. So that forced Ruth to really, dig deep and say, okay, I'm going to further my education. I'm going to continue to press this issue because I don't feel that it's fair that men are treated better than women. I don't feel that it's fair that men can be doctors and lawyers and all other big names you could name, Supreme Court justices, presidents, anything, and women can't. Why? So, Ruth, she went to Harvard University and she graduated top of her class and she married a man named Martin Gettysburg. Well, Martin was a lawyer and Martin and Ruth had the same aspects. They didn't like the way that women were being treated because I feel that men and women are equal, but because of Ruth, it's in the law now. Men and women are created equal now. All because of Ruth. She didn't give up on her dream. She didn't give up on women. She didn't give up on herself. She knew that she was better than what the law said she was. So, in 1980, Ruth was appointed by President Jimmy Carter to be the court appeal for the District of Columbia. Ruth was well on her way to being exactly what she wanted to be, considered equal. Ruth got so many bills passed for women because there was a woman that when she was in the Air Force, but because she was a woman, they wouldn't allow her to get the same treatment that they allowed the men to get that were in the same field as her. But because Ruth went to the Supreme Court and fought for her right, that woman today, she got the housing, everything that she needed for her kids and her husband. And also there was a man who couldn't collect his wife's Social Security. She made more than him, and because he was the man, they would not allow him to collect her disability, all because she was a woman. That doesn't even sound right. It doesn't even make sense. So also to Ruth, she didn't make sense to her either. So what she did, she fought his case. She fought several cases and won them, all for women. All so we could be equal. We could do the jobs. We could have the jobs that these men have as doctors and lawyers and priests and pastors and presidents and all these high jobs that they have. These, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, the jobs that have the big bucks, the big paying jobs, I should say, not just being a housewife. That's basically what women were in 1933. We were only supposed to be housewives, taking care of the house and the kids. But I can say for myself, I really appreciate Ruth. I thank her for what she did. Because of her, I can get any job I want. And I will not be discriminated against because I'm a woman. Because there are a lot of jobs out there that I can do better than me. I'm just saying. In 1993, she was appointed by President Clinton as the second woman to join the Supreme Court, a lifetime appointment. In 1993, Ruth is one of the 9 people on the Supreme Court. It's only 9 people. And she's one of those 9 people. She never thought about being on the Supreme Court. But because of her passion, her determination to change things, Supreme Court Justice she is. And I chose this book because of that simple fact. Because one woman got so tired of the way women were being treated, she decided to do something about it. She didn't just complain like some of us do. She didn't just say, I don't like that, and didn't try to do anything about it to change it. She said, I don't like the way we women are being treated, and I'm going to change it. And she did exactly that. So that's why I chose that book. Bye.